Close to New Year's, Bendik and I spent a lot of time at my family home in eastern Norway. I spent a lot of time with my family, my siblings, and some of my weird friends. But during this time, we also had another task, which was to go to the area where we want to live and look at houses and apartments.
I've been wondering about you. They said that just one look and I'd get caught too. 'Cause there's something about you, and you know it too. All I do is think about you.
So we have a tough choice to make because we saw 3 houses and 1 apartment, and they were all very nice and also pretty cheap, all of them. And it's the first time we have ever been able to do like a look at houses and not just apartments or rooms. So it will be very fun to see what we decide, but I don't really know yet. What do you think, Bendik?
I think I know
You think you know?
where we're going to live.
You do?
Yep.
That's good.
To be continued.
Some obsess about things.
When we made it back home to my family's place, we were both really quiet. I think we really felt like now it was actually happening. And we spent the evening discussing which one of all the beautiful places that we had seen that we wanted to live in. Then it was time to head back home to Bergen, the second largest city in Norway, where we now live. Hello everybody! I have some super exciting news, and I do understand if that's maybe not very exciting to you, especially since a lot of you guys are here on my channel for the foraging content and the plant knowledge and maybe the Norwegian nature. But this is kind of related to that though, but we'll get to that. The good news are that we are finally moving to the countryside of Norway. And we have been planning that for many years, like I think maybe 3 or 4 years. I grew up in the countryside, so I always kind of longed back for that. And me and my mother lived in an old house quite far out into the forest, and we did not have a toilet there, no shower, So we had an outdoor toilet and we made like a shower in the kitchen. When I was a teenager, I really wanted to get back to the city and I was really tired of the countryside, but then eventually when I lived here for a while, I felt like I needed to get back. One of the reasons why we are also moving is because we want to try to live from our art, and it's a little bit hard to do that in one of the big cities in Norway. It's not very cheap. I mean, it's Norway. So now we are going to live somewhere that is way cheaper. It's still not like far out in the like remote areas of Norway. It's more like a little village or a town, maybe you would say. The area we are moving to is called Telemark, and I have actually been living there one time before. After we moved from there and I got back to Bergen, I sometimes felt quite sad looking back at the memories. But Bendik made this for me. This lightbox is made out of many layers of paper and was inspired by the beautiful nature in Telemark and the experiences Bendik and I had there. This box served as a window for me, and I felt like looking into it, I could look into the times I had had in Telemark. But we don't have a plan, so it's kind of scary too, because we don't have a job where we're moving. We don't have people there. We don't really know anyone there. So the only thing we have now is this apartment that we are going to be living in, and we are working on finding a studio for Bendik so that he can live, so that he can work a little bit more outside of our home space, because he has a lot of machines that make like very squeaky noises. And I think I'm going to kill him if he's going to stay inside our living room working all year. So we're really trying right now to find somewhere where he can work. Yeah, and so it's kind of strange to move somewhere with no plan and nobody. We do have some freelance jobs coming up this year, so we do have some kind of income like later on. I feel really fortunate to be able to just see how it goes and yeah, see what happens. It's not always something that you can do. Sometimes you really need to have a plan. And I hope maybe that you might find this interesting. I understand if you don't think this is interesting for you. I just really want to make some videos about that too, because I think it's important to show, maybe as an artist or even a freelancer or something like that, that there are opportunities outside of the big cities. I think it's important sometimes to show that on a video, and also I will probably try to show the bad things about it too. I think I might go inside now because it's getting quite cold, and then I will show you all of our preparations. I have to say, I was not too excited about the whole packing thing.
Men det går säkert greit att du bara tar någon böcker och
I apologize in advance for all the following really messy footage and messy background. As you may understand, it was very messy. Everywhere was messy. And I at the same time had so many plans for what I wanted to film before I left. And in the end I just realized I had to just flow with it. And I guess here you have the result. I think actually the thing I will show you the most of is how I will be packing all of my foraging stuff, because I have a lot of it. So I need to make a list today for everything that we will be eating this week, and it will be this foraging wild foods feast the whole week, I think, so that we can eat most of it. And then of course we will bring many of the things with us. I also have to drink all of the cordial that I've made. This is dandelion, this is pineapple weed, and this one is birch sap that I have had frozen. Which cordial do you want, Bendik? Some birch sap, some pineapple weed. Oh. Tastes like chamomile and pineapple. Is that syrup? Skvallerkål, marikåpe. This is spruce shots. Spruce shoots, I mean. This is rowan leaves that I use to make a kind of a marzipan flavor on my desserts. And some stinging nettle. We can use that too. I guess we will make, from all the greens here, I guess I will make a pie because they can be used as some type of spinach. And then there are the aronia berries that we will be using for smoothies. Down here we have wild garlic puree that I'm going to be making pesto from. Here also I have some treasures. This is the oil that I use to conserve a lot of the plants I pick. I like to conserve in oil because I think then you can also use the oil afterwards, so you don't really waste anything. These are pine cones in oil, using it for salads to make like a sour flavor on it, and then also the oil I can use afterwards. Spruce shoots in oil, they taste really good. Use them in salad. And this is pine flowers in oil. They can also be used in salads. Or wok, you can also fry them and use them in a wok. This is what it is when you forage a lot, then you can also sometimes save some money. I don't save money a lot when I forage, but I would say especially in the spring when there is so many like young shoots that you can use for a salad, then I don't really need to buy salads at all. And I don't buy spinach almost at all anymore. I just use nettle or dandelion leaves or something else. And I can also use the wild garlic for pesto instead of buying pestos. Yeah, it makes everything a little bit more, I don't know, local and also cheaper, for sure. Oh wow! I'm glad not all of these books are for you. I am so hungry. And I thought I would maybe like show you the recipe, but honestly it's so messy, so I don't think I'm going to do that. But you can find the recipe on my Patreon soon. So yeah, let's get cooking. To be fair, I don't go through any of the recipes in detail in this video, so if you're interested in general, I will put all of the recipes on my Patreon page, and I will put it so that you can see it even if you don't pay for patronage. You can find a link down in the description.
Place you
We're moving along, and now I'm gonna make some food. And I'm very hungry today too, so I'm not sure I'm gonna go through the whole thing, but it's a bit more easy to show you the recipe. So first of all, we need this. Some wild garlic puree that I had in the freezer this winter, and Parmesan cheese, and some walnuts. And we're gonna make a pesto. I think when it comes to pesto, people just need to taste it and figure out what they like. Mix the ingredients together, cook the pasta, and you're done.
I've been in your waters, been knocking at your door.
We are finished packing, and we were actually ready to go a few days ago, but something came in the way. It is not very often that it's snowing in Bergen, but on the day we were supposed to leave, it did. And that meant that it would not be very safe to cross the mountains at that specific time. So we decided to wait a few days to see if the storm would wear off. And I was just saying to Bendik that it's actually very weird with all these people that are coming into this channel, and I don't really know that much about you, and I would really love to know a little bit more about you. And this is not something I am saying because I want you to like comment on the videos. This, I really genuinely mean it, that if you feel like it, or if you want to, then I would really love to learn more about you, and I really would be happy if you would write something in the comments, like where you're from, like do you live in the countryside, maybe you live in the city, what you're interested in, and anything you want to say. Like, it doesn't really have to be either of those things, just I would really love to learn more about you guys. When we had packed all our stuff, it was time to say goodbye. That's the really hard part. But at the same time, I know I will be back. And I guess that's where I'll leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching this very long and quite messy video. I will see you in the next one.